Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw tips and tricks. This little video is going to show you how to some shortcut keys on duplicate and align and distribute. And one thing that's pretty neat, let's say you have a bunch of items on your work page. You can hit your F4 key and it'll zoom into everything that you have up there. So I'm going to take that down just a step. Now, I've got 3 items here, and I want to draw another line. If you will grab your 2-point line and hold down your shift key, it will help you draw a perfectly flat, straight line. It'll actually move around to different degrees, but you can go 90 degrees, and you can make it the length you want. You can do the same thing with the control key, but the shift key works pretty good. And I actually want that line. You can always take that line and rotate it 90 degrees. So I've got these 4 items that I want to kind of intersect together. The easiest way is to take your P key, select each item, put them in the center of the page. Now, you can actually do that by just selecting them all and hitting the P key, and puts everything in the center. Now, that's going to work, but let's say you're not working particularly in the center of the page this time because there's something already there. So let's take this square, and we want everything aligned to there. So click on your circle, hit your shift key, hit the C key, which centers it horizontally, and then hit your E key that centers it vertically. Now, what you want to do, you always want to, the item you want to bring in, you want to select first, and then your anchor item, CE. Select that line, hold down your shift key, CE. Now, so it's done exactly the same thing. Now, if you do this a lot, you can always, let me just take these apart. You can always use go up to arrange, align and distribute, and open up the distribution docker. And we'll select all these, and we want them, that's in 2 strokes you've done it, but it's and you can do other things. You can select just this one and your anchor, and you could have it at the bottom, or you could have it at the top. I find the shortcut keys are a little easier because sometimes it's kind of difficult to tell which way is going here. So there's one little trick. Another good trick is if you've got 2 objects and you've got some text underneath there, you can do 2 things. You can select one of the items, and you can hold down the control button and go home and end, and it's going to toggle between those 2 items. Put one of them on top of the layer and the other one on top. You can also do shift and page up and page down. So that's pretty neat. Now let's talk real quick about making a duplicate. Let's just fill this in with blue. Most of the time I'm going to hit Control D, and I've got mine set where it's right on top of the other one, and that's where I like it because I've got my offset or my duplicate at 0, 0. You can move it over that far. The good thing about the duplicate tool, I could hit Control D and it'll keep making another duplicate the exact distance and away from your other item. You can always use the space bar just by clicking on the space bar and making duplicates around your page. That would help if you were making a rock mortar border or something. Now, you can go up to edit and copy, and then you can go paste and you can make a copy. The only advantage I ever see of having to go through those steps were if you were going to make a new page, and then you could go paste, and you'd have that item in the exact same spot on the other page. I'm not that adapted to making duplicate pages. I've never really got into it, and you can always get rid of that page by just delete page. Anyway, that's a couple of shortcuts. I hope that helped, and thank you for watching.